Hey Toffee Bluecasters, now I've had a request from Everton saying I think it's time for your walk and talk, and there is a bit of stuff up in the air today, so probably is a good time to have a little walk and talk. So we'll have one. Got the waves going. I think there's a few waves today. I mean, there's a few things that have kicked it off today. We've been in for Bilal Toure. You've seen me drop a couple of tweets on him. 27 million the deal was. But I will point out that I do think that deal was probably about 4 million up front. And then over the space of 5 years, probably 5 million each year. So don't go thinking we've got 27 million. It's Everton having hardly any money. I'm going up an hill here. Everton having hardly any money, and which is Ken Wright and Mashira's fault, and trying to space out the deal to get a cheap deal. So don't go going excited thinking we've got 27 million to spend on a striker. The pot is probably 20 million, and they want to get 3-4 players, and they're going to space it out and drop it into thirds or quarters. So they're trying to go abroad, because a lot of the Premier League teams like Leeds, who we're trying to deal with, Gnonto, I'll get onto him in a minute, a lot of those teams in the Premier League want the money up front, and they're probably going to laugh at Ken Wright when he goes and puts a deal down on the table where they want 20 million for the player, and Ken Wright's offering them 4 million and 20 million over the space of 5 years or something like that. So when you're doing deals like this, it's going to be hard work. It is. Maybe this Bilal Toure is just a test of the water, just us trying to get a bargain. I mean, he looked a good. A lot of us didn't know, let's face it. I say he looks a good player. I didn't know much about him. I just like my young players and they get excited. I'll be honest with you. Didn't know much about him. But I just get excited with young players because you never know what they're going to turn out to be. Some young players turn into superstars, and I want a superstar. He was obviously going to be a massive risk, but I'm a risk taker. That's just the way I have been in football. So yeah, Bilal Toure looked lively. They was interested as well. So Atalanta don't normally go for crap. So I was interested in him. But like I said, the deal was probably about 5 million. And then it spaced out to be 27 over time. So Bilal Toure, it's come out today. A lot of people would be disappointed by this, but like I say, it was probably us just trying to get a bargain. That's what you've got to remember. So it was just us testing the water. Hopefully we've got better options now that are more realistic. That was just us trying to get a good deal spaced out with these teams abroad that seem to want to do that type of deal. So maybe we will still go for those type of deals, because there's still talks on Dia and a few other players abroad as well. So maybe they're still in the hat. They could be. Let's have a look at this. We're going up. Maybe they are still in the hat. I'm going up a hill here, Rocky Mountain as well. There's a fly. But yeah, so we'll still look at those deals. So Bilal Toure looks like he's chose them. I had a joke. I didn't think it was Europa League or 2 relegation battles. There's a big percentage that he's going to go to them, and he chose them. Whatever. At least we tried to go for him. You've got to try. If you don't try, you don't get. Some will say it's wasted time, but hopefully we've got the options there now to go for the more reliable players that we can get. On to the next subject. So that's one that disheartened us. Bilal Toure looks like it's finished. Well, it is finished. Just needs to be confirmed, but it basically has. On to the next one. Gnonto. We all want Gnonto. Big time. It's gone. Rumours come out. Waiting on it. Went completely quiet. We're all hoping it comes out that it's gone quiet because it's got done. And then all of a sudden it comes out that Leeds ain't interested now, or that their agents are not sure on the deal. That's what we've just heard now. That's what's just come out literally now. So I don't know. Could be bullshit. Could be true. I don't know. That's going to be a big deal. If Leeds are asking for 20 up front, he's a big player. And let's face it, a lot of big teams are going to be interested in him. And always remember that we're trying to get players with a low budget. So we will get outbidded and beat, because Kenwright and Moshiri have wasted loads of money in the past, leaving us not much money now. They didn't do things sensibly, so it's biting them in the arse. But always, you just got to focus on the challenge ahead. Remember, the budget isn't big, and if you come to facts with that, what's just happened doesn't hurt you that much. It's just about accepting it and cracking on. Still believe Gnonto might happen. Depends on the interest in him. Phone cut off on that Gnonto part. Yeah, but Gnonto, hopefully it happens. It might not. It might not. If they're asking 20 million up front, and there's going to be bigger teams out there that are just going to cough the money up. Like I said earlier on, we're probably working with a 20 million pound whole budget and looking to get 3 players in with that, and looking to slam, say, 6, 12, 8, 6 million down on each one and offer more over time, which won't bite us in the arse now. We all know that's happening. We all know that this financial fair play thing is biting us in the arse, and we're on the line. So we've probably gone to them, showed them what we can spend. It's probably a pot of 20 million. And we're just weighing up how we can spend it. So like I said earlier on, we've probably just gone in with that Bilal thing and hoping that we can just get a little bit of a super deal out of that. Get it cheap. Could have got that 5 million and ended up 27. And then we would have been left 15, where we could have probably spaced 2 more deals out. Probably won't be doing in this window what we want to be doing, but as long as we do bring players in certain positions, it's going to massively help us out. Don't want shit players in, because we'll have them for a long time. Rather bring no one in, unless it's players that are actually going to be here, be good, and be good for long term as well. So yeah, that's the way I'm feeling. I'm pretty chilled, because I know the situation. I've said it before. I said it earlier on a walk and talk, like a couple of days, well, about a few weeks ago. It's not going to be easy. I was ready to go into the season of spending nothing and just bringing players on that we've got that look like they've got loads of potential, because you can't forget that. Transfer windows send you a bit where you think you're going to get this, that and the other. But you know that we've got a shit owner and Kenwright, and that we're paying for it. That hasn't gone away. So you've still got to expect to be in the same situation. And I'll just give a bit of positivity on it. You've got Braithwaite hasn't played yet. He's going to come in. He looks good. He's fast. He scored goals. You want him to come in and do exactly the same. And I'm sure Wone, the way he spoke about young players and the other guy, and Sean Dyche, I forgot his name, the other guy, and Sean Dyche, they'll want the best out of these young players, because look at this transfer now. Bilal Toure, we've gone to buy a young player. If they think they can get the best out of him, then obviously they're going to look to get the best out of Braithwaite, and they're going to look to get the best out of Patterson and James Garner, and Onana needs to come on and get better, and then obviously get something out of Dele Alli. There's players there, that's my point, and I think Danjuma will be a cracking striker. I really do. Now, if we sell Gray, I believe that he'll be replaced and we'll have another right winger. You've got Iwobi and the new right winger then, or Gray on the right hand side. You've got McNeil on the left. Iwobi can play on the left as well. And like I say, Danjuma, he can play on the wings with them for competition, but he can play up top. Not a proper striker, but you've got Calvert-Lewin there as well, and you've got Mopé there as well. So worst case scenario, some of these like Luton and Sheffield United, we've got better options than them. Don't compare yourself to the bottom teams though, because I generally do believe we can pull together and be good this season. I really do. We can still do good. The thing that frustrates us the most is if you do bring these players in, it makes our job a lot easier. You can push yourself to the middle of the table, and then all of a sudden you don't know what can happen. It gives us some sort of hope. We don't want to go into the season thinking it's going to be a shit season. That's why we get frustrated this winter. I think it's going over the top when you say relegation battle. I think we'll stay up no matter what. It's not a given, but I think Dyche will have these ready. You'll have to work hard to stay up, but I think Dyche will get on working hard to stay up. So yeah, it is what it is. You're going to pay for this. We ain't calling these lot out that are running our football club for no reason. That's the thing. But there is still business to be done. I still believe we might get some players abroad with these spaced out deals. If we can get a striker to compete with Danjuma, Mopé and Calvert-Lewin. Hopefully Mopé goes if we do bring in another striker. If you can get another winger, another one would be a bonus, and then maybe a loan for a centre-back. It's all still possible. It's just that when we get rejected on players, by the way, we will go for the players that we shouldn't get first. You would expect Everton to take a risk on them first. And it frustrates you when you can't get them, because we're Everton and we don't want anybody to reject us. But in our situation, it is going to happen. We can't cough money up to outbid these teams. And then our league position, it isn't that appealing. We've got to work our way back up. We've got to climb the ladders. That's what we've got to do. Look at this here. Walking back down now. So we've got to climb the ladder. But like I say, if we went into this season with the players we've got, I'd still take it on. And we could still probably have a mid-table finish if we got off to a good start and Daesh was on it. You just don't know. If we're together as a team, we can still do it. This transfer window, though, like I say, stay strong on it, though. Seriously, because we haven't even seen some of the big boys come back yet. We haven't seen James Garner, who looks like a boomer. We haven't seen Branthwaite come in yet. We all say Keane. Branthwaite could come in, Daesh could like him, give him a chance. He might bang a goal in first game and him not be out the squad all the way through the season, smash it, like he did on the loan. We don't know. Young looks cracking left back. I think he'll take over Mikalenko. Patterson, he'll come on. Tarky will help him out. You've got loads in the centre. You've got Dele Alli that could come back. We don't know what's going to happen with that. Gomez, I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. There's loads of stuff to go on yet. So stay strong, stay positive. Like I say, you're not going to get super good stuff. It's still going to be a rough ride. Still going to be a rough ride. We're not just going to get out of this. You don't get run shit and then everything be good. The only time things will be good is when the ownership changes and we can start fresh and we can start spending. But at the minute, it's grinding things out. So yeah, it's a little bit of a walk and talk. Stay positive. It is shit, but we'll be alright. We're Everton. Up them fucking toffees.